Louis Deval's alleged killer appears for the first time, and world leaders at COP17 talks urged to take a moral stand. From the news desk, I'm Lebo Changela. 35-year-old Johannes Steyn has appeared for the first time in the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court, West of Johannesburg, over the kidnapping and murder of 16-year-old Louis Deval. Steyn was arrested when he handed himself over to police hours after Louise was kidnapped at gunpoint on her way to school. What is believed to be a child body was later found on Mahalisburg farm. Reporter Tsabubakhan is in court.
Johannes Jagoba Steyn emerged from the holding cells wearing a grey trouser and a blue sweater, which he had used to cover his face. He faces 13 counts of rape, 10 of kidnapping, 1 of murder, and 6 of sexual assault. The magistrate ordered that no photos should be taken that might identify him, because the state might hold an identity parade later, and therefore publishing his photos might jeopardize the state's case. The case has been postponed to the 13th of December to allow for further investigations. Tsabubakhan, SABC News at the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court.
Police Detective Peter Mudisa has been accused of remembering details in court that were never included in his initial police statements on the Eugene Rablanche murder 18 months ago. The accusations come from the defense during cross-examination in the Circuit High Court in Petersdorp in the northwest. The right-wing leader was found bludgeoned to death on his farm over the Easter weekend last year. Farm workers Chris Mahlangu and a teenager pleaded not guilty to charges ranging from murder to aggravated robbery. Kenneth Klein has the details.
Here comes trouble, someone whispered as the defense began its cross-examination. Journalists and family members are viewing the trial from a separate room as the case is heard in camera. Mudisa spent an hour and a half detailing his discovery of the murder scene, his interaction with the accused, and the confiscation of the alleged bloodied clothing. A week later, Mudisa made a longer, more detailed statement. He says he can't remember what he wrote in that statement, but he remembers what happened that day. Candice Klein, SABC News, Ventersdorp.
World leaders at the upcoming COP17 talks in Durban have been urged to take a moral stand to preserve life. Religious leaders have issued this call during the launch of the mass climate change campaign in Cape Town this morning. The religious leaders also say an urgent agreement must be reached to slash greenhouse gases. Bishop Geoff Davis of the South African Faith Communities Environment Institute says governments must negotiate honestly at these talks and come up with solutions.
Honesty is not one of the values that we see in the high politics of the world. And we pay the price. We pay the price for dishonesty. And the other thing is, you can't fool the environment. You can't play games with the environment. You can't say, well, this suits my political party or my pocket. Because the environment, if you don't treat it fairly, is going to exact its justice on us.
The first day of the 2011 matric exams is running smoothly so far, with no incidents reported in any of the 9 provinces. Free State Education Department spokesperson Howard Ndaba.
The exams are going very well so far. We have a team of monitors we have deployed throughout the province to ascertain that the exams go smoothly. We have about 5,058